GTA 5 online missions, AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest, and Snow Devil. Okay, I did this mission a couple of ways. This is going to be option one, which is basically the fastest. And if you and your co op partners have helicopters, the fastest way to do this mission is with helicopters. The next video is pretty sweet. We were able to do this on the ground, just me and Demented Priest. And it took a lot of thinking and strategizing to plan it out. Now, anybody that knows this mission knows you got your first 8 guys you got to take out, and then after that, there's another additional 5, but you're under a time limit and you got a wanted level going. So it takes a lot of thinking ahead. But because we know the mission the way we do, we were able to plant some very strategic sticky bombs. So when the second set of enemies spawned up, we could just blow some stickies and took them out. But we're going to do this one with a helicopter. This is option one, and it is basically the fastest option to do in this mission. And obviously, the more helicopters you got, the faster you get done. Me and my buddy Demented Priest both have helicopters. We can do this mission in like 5 minutes, maybe even quicker. That's how, because we know where the enemies are. So he goes north, I go south. We just take him out, and it just goes without saying, helicopter is the ideal way of doing this mission. It's the fastest, but we're not always about just what's the easiest way to do it. When I decided to do all these online missions, I knew this judge and the jury would be a rough one to do. But I'm like, dude, we got to do it on the ground. A lot of people might not have the, helicopters and this and that. Stickies come, I don't remember what level. I think level 16 or whatever it is. But we totally do it on the ground. If you got... I think this is like one of the higher missions as far as like having like 6 to 8 people, but it's just hard to communicate with that many people, even if you're in the same party together. But me and Demented get it done, but it's not a fast process. It took us almost a half hour to do this mission, and pretty much the hardest thing about the mission was this one cop car after the second wave of jurors come up. He shoots at you and he does a lot of damage, and it just takes a little bit to kind of come up, and then there's a little bit of luck involved too, as far as just able to get that cop car. A few times he just shot me up to the point where I died, and that there's just that lapse time where your buddy gets into the driver's seat and he just could not get a sticky on his car, kind of situation. Okay, that guy's in there. As long as you don't have a wanted level going, you can walk in pretty as you please. Just go ahead and get in, put one in the back of his head, and take off. Why I'm having trouble getting in this helicopter. But there's a lot of missions like Mix Up with the Coke. That's about a 3-minute mission with both of us having helicopters, and we make good money. But I was like, all right, well, we got to figure out a way of doing it on the ground, and we did it. There's very little missions. I mean, the one mission, the high priority case, we had to do with a helicopter, and it really wasn't that we didn't try. And in that video, I mentioned maybe if you climbed up the ladder without your weapon showing. I can't remember whether or not I did, but they just shot us up before we could even get up to them. So it was just one of those situations, but that mission never didn't pay very well. And, without a helicopter, it just wasn't worth doing. So there's so many other missions to be doing. This is a very good paying mission, but like I said, me and my buddy can do this mission in about 5-6 minutes with our both helicopters. He heads one direction, I had the other. And once you get the last juror, the the last 5 pop up, and he knows about that one cop car. But in the next video, it really was some good work. Me and Demented Priest, we failed it many times, and he's just like, well, just it's gonna have to be one of these helicopter ones. I'm like, come on, dude, we can do this. And yeah, we were at a loss as far as money goes, but it ain't about that. It's about coming up with a challenge and figuring out a way to beat it, and we did. That's the important thing. Okay, with this one guy, you see we just started popping out missiles, and he starts to take off. All right, we get him. Go get the other juror now. Takes care of that juror. Okay, so this mission can totally be done, with vehicles on the ground, no helicopters. Obviously, if you got 6 friends and you're just going off here and there, and especially if you know the mission a little bit, you know where to be. But if you just only got 2 people like me and Demented, just follow the video. It really is all about which jurors you take out first and knowing where the second wave of dudes are. And before we shoot the last person, we get our stickies planted in the right places, and that video will show all that. See, like this person is like right in front of the Suburban store, and we saved that person for the last one. And this vehicle that we're going after right now is the hardest part of the second wave. Being on the ground, this cop car just lights you right up, and he kind of goes in different directions. But we kind of know where he's at, and we did plant some stickies on him, but it didn't work. But we were able to get up on him and plant a sticky. It's just one of those things. But now that you're able to eat food and put armor on, it does make it a little easier to, you can say, all right, let's get armored up. Food's all good, so you can drive up there. If he starts lighting you up, you should be able to get close enough to take him out. But it's not easy. It's one of the hardest things of the whole mission. But you'll see how we do it. We strategize pretty good, and we get like this cop right here. Before we start this, I'll put some stickies up on that balcony. The other guy that's up in the hills, he's on a balcony. We'll put some stickies there. And as soon as that timer comes up, I'll blow those stickies, and those 2 dudes are out. And then it's just a matter of getting that one cop, and then the other ones aren't as hard to get taken out. So, like you saw in the beginning part of this video, his first target was a guy in a sailboat, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, that sailboat will be there, sometimes it won't, and it's just one of those things. Okay, now if he is on that sailboat and he takes off and you don't have an RPG, rocket launcher, stickies, or whatever to get him, you'll just have to get in a boat and chase him down. But you're not under any kind of time frame, so you got the time to do that. Alright, so right there you got the last juror, and now we just lose the wanted level and mission passed. And you know, here we are under 10 minutes to lose the water level, and to do it on the ground, you know, it's going to take us almost 30. And like I said, it's just about the challenge. I love to have a challenge like that and to come up with a way. And it wasn't like the first time out. It took us a few tries, quite a few tries to get it. But it really was some masterful work from Demented Priest and me to kind of come up with a plan to do this mission on the ground. Okay, now as far as that one sailboat, I don't remember. We'll see in the next video how that works out. You see, Demented Priest, he's an exceptional helicopter pilot in this game. I still have trouble with this stupid helicopter. Okay, and we're close to Madrazo's house, so it's all good. Now, for video purposes, we're all in the helicopter, but obviously, if you got 3 or 4 people with helicopters, this mission pays well, and it doesn't cost you nothing to get your helicopter. But
it's a pleasure doing business with you.
It's a pleasure doing business with you too. Pay. Alright, so that's option 1 for the judging the jury, and it's about the easiest way to go. The next video is a lot more work, and we'll get into that in that video. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.